What's up everybody? Today in this video, we're gonna take a closer look at the FitBit Charge 5. In this video, we're gonna look at some of the cool features to the Charge 5 and who may benefit from them, as well as the overall use and quality of this device. Let's take a look at the design. What I really like about this device is, look how sleek it is, right? This is considered a tracker, but it's almost borderline a smartwatch. Like the Versa 2, the Versa 3, the Versa Sense. The housing of the device is actually made with aluminum. Right here on the back, you will see at the top as well as at the bottom that there's actually little latches that secures the strap on. I know that may seem small, but it's actually really important, especially like in my case, whenever I'm out doing something like the Halo View, where it came off just by me putting on my backpack. So having a little latch to kind of secure the straps in place comes in handy. And I really like the magnetic charger that comes with the Charge 5, right, which is pretty convenient. First, we'll talk about just the general use of the device, like operating the device. To wake it up, you just pretty much just tap it on the home screen. With this, you swipe up or down, similar to the other Fitbit devices, to access settings or to access like your daily activities. One of the biggest downsides to overall use, just the operation of this device, is actually the touchscreen. For some odd reason, it's just not that responsive. As I scroll left to right, see how sometimes I have to scroll a couple times before it'll move to the next screen. You know, with modern day technology and touchscreens, I feel like, you know, even the Amazon Halo View, which is half the price of this, has a really responsive touchscreen. And I'm not sure why the Charge 5 is not. Another quirk about this device that I really don't like is you can't just go back one step. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's just say you're in settings and you wanted to go to quiet modes, but you accidentally hit display settings. You can't just go back one step. You have to double tap, and that takes you all the way back to the home page, and then you have to scroll back to your settings to get to quiet modes. That can get pretty annoying, and it can get pretty annoying pretty fast. One of the best features of the Charge 5 that you really don't find in other trackers is a built-in GPS. So a lot of trackers would rely on your phone's GPS to kind of track your distance or the path that you went on a map. You don't need it with this device. So you can leave your phone at home, whether you're running, biking, trail running, anything that you want to be able to kind of track your distance, you can do it with just this alone. The next cool device that's on this tracker that you really don't see in many trackers is you can take an ECG, an electrocardiogram. You can actually take it, download it into a PDF, send it to your doctor, so your doctor can analyze if you may have any kind of heart complications. So if you want something that's sleek, that can just kind of fit on your wrist, it's not like this big old hunk of thing that's like right there staring at you, that can take an ECG, especially like you say, maybe you came down with COVID, so you may have some heart or lung complications, or you have other lung or heart complications. Having that available at your disposal, it's really, really nice. Another cool feature about the Charge 5 is you can take an EDA, and that stands for electrodermal activity, which can detect your sweat level on your skin to determine your stress level. Sometimes if you had a stressful day, you may not want to work out. So it kind of lets you know throughout the day how you're doing. So this way you can kind of assess, okay, what am I doing that's causing this level of stress in my life at this moment. This way you can make adjustments, so hopefully later on you'll have a better day. A lot of times when you have a better day, a happier day, we tend to make better choices for ourselves. That could include going to the gym, eating better. Like many other trackers, it'll track your sleep, it'll track your sleep cycle, and along with tracking your calories, your heart rate, your average, your max, your activities, your intensity, and so forth. Now, when it comes to working out for this device in particular, I talk about this in our other video in comparison to the Amazon Halo View, is For whatever reason, whenever you're in a workout mode, you can't check the clock, which for me drives me crazy because time for me is money. Time is essential. I want to be able to see what time it is, just so I want to make sure that I have enough time to do what I'm doing now and giving me some time for me to go do what I need to do a little bit later. One more thing about the operation of this device. For it being relatively new to the market, the operating system on here is relatively slow. There's been times where, I'm bouncing back between different apps, like let's say from a timer when I'm training a client, to be able to kind of check my text messages that may have missed. It lags. For a brand new device, I was really surprised by that. Like I said, even the Versa 2, 3 years old now, even that works faster than this when it comes to the operating system. Now that we kind of gone over some of the key features of this specific tracker, who is this good for? Who should spend their hard-earned money to buy one of these $150 device? One of the users that this is right for is someone who wants a health tracker that's like in between like a basic model to a health watch, like an Apple Watch or even the FitBit Versa 3, the Versa Sense. Why? Because it has a lot of features that you may like, but you avoid the bulk of an actual smartwatch. Some of the features include being able to do FitPay. So if you use a major bank, Bank of America, Chase, you can actually program your debit card, your credit card on here, so you can actually use your watch to pay for your stuff when you go shopping. A feature that I personally found really helpful is the text messages. Now, if you have a Google phone, if you have an Android phone, you can actually send back quick replies. I use an iPhone. But what's really cool is I can actually look at some of my old text messages that has come through that I haven't looked at. So this way, if my phone's in my pocket and I'm looking at my text messages, I can ignore that, I can reply to that later. I'm not gonna pull my phone out, but if I look at something, I'm like, I need to reply to that right here, right now. I just pull my phone out, and I go ahead and send a reply. Another user that will really benefit from this device is someone who does a lot of outdoor activities. Why? Because of that built-in GPS. Especially if you're a runner, a biker, a mountain biker, a swimmer who like to swim at lakes or oceans and whatnot. This is really good because you can just leave your phone at home, leave it in the car, leave it somewhere, and just take this with you. And it will track your path along with your distance and so forth. So if you're someone who does a lot of those activities, this is a very good device to have. The next user that I think this will be really good for is someone who may have some heart complications. Having that ECG feature where you can actually send it to the app, be able to download it into a PDF or send it to your doctor. It's really, really nice to have. Is it the end all be all? Of course not. But it's just one of those features, like if you're not feeling right, you can do something right there and then, especially if you start to learn how to read an ECG, that is a very helpful feature. In this video, we talked about the main features of the Charge 5. If you have any questions about some of its other features we may not have discussed in this video, please leave that in the comment below and I'll get back to you as fast as I can.